Hi Malika.
Hi Harley.
Welcome back to Sonder and Salt, the weekly podcast about the magic of eating. This week we have new listeners joining us from Finland.
Hey.
Hey!
H-E-I, hey.
Around the world with Malika Mouse. If you are a new listener or a returning listener and you are enjoying the podcast, please remember to rate and review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It really, really does help the podcast.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. What have you been up to this week?
Well,
Where you been?
actually, I was in Amsterdam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went to Amsterdam with some of my friends. I had a really, really nice time, you know, as you do in Amsterdam. And I checked out a couple of food spots. Mm-hmm. One of them you recommended.
God, that was a rough ride.
Yeah, in the previous dessert person.
Winkle 43.
Yes, and it was fantastic.
I was terrified.
That apple pie was fantastic. It's almost like a crumble pastry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then like the chunks of the apple, but the way they do it is almost like a batter into the apple itself.
Exactly. I'm not going to lie to you. When I saw it, I thought this looks a bit dry.
Really?
I was worried.
No.
Yeah. When I saw it on the plate, I was a little bit worried.
It's like cake in a pie.
Yeah.
Kind of. Not quite.
It's like an apple crumble cake pie thing. Like it was
the best.
It was really nice. Right amount of cinnamon. I really enjoyed like the crumble pastry thing.
I'm so glad.
I wish I could have had it with like custard. I think with custard, it would have been fantastic because it would hold up really well against the custard.
Right.
And then like where the edge is a bit thick, that would be but I really enjoyed that.
But you had it with like a whipped cream, right?
Yeah,
that's traditional. Yeah, that's how.
I wanted to eat in because I wanted it like super warm because they serve it warm.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, but the queue was insane and I had been, well,
otherwise.
Yeah, and I was walking up and down and it was freezing cold and I just
Yeah.
couldn't. I didn't want to sit outside, so we took it away, but it retained the heat by the time we got back to the hotel.
When you get it, it's not like it's hot. It's that because they freshly bake it. It's almost like they bake it and then they cool to a warm temperature rather than like heat.
Yeah, it wasn't like microwave.
Yeah,
heat.
no.
Yeah.
They just bake it fresh every day.
Yeah,
but
fantastic. I really loved that. I also went to Greenwoods.
Never heard of it.
According to their website, they were the first breakfast restaurant
Ever.
in Amsterdam.
Oh.
Yeah, they've been open since like 1980 something.
Wow.
Or something, but like the first breakfast focused restaurant. So they close at 4:00.
Oh, okay.
And I had like this truffle eggs Benedict. So it was a couple of poached eggs served on like roast beef, on muffin, of course, and then it had like this like truffle hollandaise sauce with mushrooms. It was really, really good. And then my friends had like full English style breakfast.
Yeah.
They have this French toast.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I
French
saw.
toast banging. It's served with like a, I think it's like a white chocolate whipped cream thing and some butterscotch sauce.
Amsterdam is actually a vibe.
No, it is. It's a really nice nice city.
Place, yeah.
That was good. And then we also went to Staring at Jacob. And at Staring at Jacob, the food was good, but I was forced to do alfresco dining, and it was the worst thing. It was cold. There were pigeons outside. It was too much. Like it was too much.
Wait, as in, so is that like a COVID thing or?
No, they were busy.
Oh,
and we
right.
didn't book. This trip was very much vibes. Like we didn't really organise anything. So when I was doing my Googles, I was like, oh, let's go to Staring at Jacob. Apparently it's popular. I think it's probably popular on TikTok, but I don't really check TikTok.
Oh, that would be why.
Yeah.
That's why you couldn't get a table.
It was busy, and so we were outside. Otherwise, we'd have had to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But they have like this banana bread French toast. That was really nice. I'm not gonna lie.
A bit of me.
Yeah, and then I had like a pancake American style breakfast. So it had like pancakes, bacon, sausages. I'll be honest, for somebody that doesn't really eat pork, the bacon in Amsterdam was banging. I don't know what. At Greenwoods, at Staring at Jacob,
I'm trying to remember. I do. There's definitely like a difference between bacon around the world, but like you know when you go to America and if you don't get like rashers, your bacon is like thick.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what I've experienced in Europe, where the bacon is very
it's like the big thick pieces.
Yeah,
no, this was just
really good.
It was the flavour, everything. It was nice. Like the quality of the food in both places, I really.
But you were on the
it.
pavement, so it.
The pigeons, we were fighting with the pigeons. I said no, and I had tweeted probably like 2 weeks prior, oh, alfresco dining, there's not a bit of me, why is there like cars driving over my food? And then there I was, forced to do alfresco dining. Yep, no thank you, but I did enjoy the food.
Amsterdam, winter.
It was freezing. My fingertips were frozen. I'm even a little bit congested, and I'm sure it's because I did the alfresco dining.
And
then we were walking up and down. But no, Amsterdam, really good. Greenwood, Staring at Jacob, Winkle 43.
Yeah.
And then we also went to another place called the Secret Garden, but unfortunately, I can't speak to that experience.
Why not, Malaka?
I was indisposed.
Okay.
So, yeah, but they have this prawn tempura, and I did taste that, and it was really good. My friend took it away for me secretly because I didn't want to waste it. They don't let you take food away from there. But they were really, really good. They have like a Wagyu fried rice and...
So it's Asian food?
It's a Nikki style.
Oh, yeah.
Nikki style food. So it's really fancy if you like aesthetics and stuff. Small really plates. Pretty in there. Yeah, small plates, that kind of stuff. But the little bit that I did have, I did enjoy. So there's a few recommendations for Amsterdam.
Nice.
How was your week? What did you get up to whilst I was away? Did you miss me when I was gone?
That clip from Shits and Gigs is the funniest thing we've ever experienced. There's another podcast, if you don't listen to it, you don't know about it. It's called Shits and Gigs, and the two hosts were saying, "Do you miss when I'm not around?"
Yeah. Did you?
So did I? Yeah. No.
All right. So what did you get up to?
I went home to my parents' house while you were away. And that's my definite food highlight of the week. I went home to my daddy, and my daddy made me cornmeal porridge. And I ate it like the Three Little Bears and Goldilocks.
Yeah, it's good.
I remember I sent you a picture of my feet when I was swinging.
Your toes were like...
It was so good. Went to see my parents, had a little chill weekend. And one of the other food highlights, cornmeal porridge, for anyone who doesn't know, is a... Jamaican? Can I say Jamaican?
Yeah, they probably have it in other places.
Breakfast?
Yeah, it's a Jamaican cornmeal porridge. Like which is staple breakfast.
Yeah, it's literally cornmeal porridge. Like, it's exactly what you're imagining, exactly what it is. It's cinnamon, nutmeg, condensed milk. We do it with oat milk. Even though the condensed milk is dairy, but the bulk of it at least...
that's what I do. Oat milk with condensed milk.
The bulk of it is at least non-dairy, and I don't know how to make it, because why would I? Why would I learn to make it, and then my dad wouldn't make it for me, you know?
Do you have it with crackers, hard-dough bread?
Cream crackers.
I love it with hard-dough bread. Buttered hard-dough bread.
10 crackers, but like layer by layer.
So you push them in?
No, I crumble them on top.
Oh, okay.
Like I just literally snap as they're falling, and then once I've eaten off of that layer, more.
My dad
layer
used to push
by
them
layer
into
by
the
layer.
porridge.
No, see, I don't mind if they go
get a bit
under.
soft.
I don't mind that, but because I have to eat round the surface, by the time I get to the last one, is you get a mix of textures. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I don't understand the digestive cornmeal people.
No, I'm not into that.
I think they're too sweet. Digestives are going to be too
hard-dough
sweet.
Bread with butter. The butter against the cornmeal porridge, I need it now.
Once you've had the hard-dough bread and cornmeal porridge, that's your day finished, surely.
Oh, because you mean... Do you know cornmeal porridge goes through me? So...
It goes through me too, but the hard-dough bread doesn't go through me.
No, it doesn't, and it's not gluten-free. But back in the day, I did love that. I'd like dip it. I need it. I love that.
Oh God, I need to get to Jamaica. That's a whole nother thing. Another food highlight while I was with them, I actually popped into outlet centre, the Braintree outlet centre, and they have a Lindt store in the outlet.
Oh, is that why you picked up the red ones?
And they have a Cadbury store in the outlet. So I picked up these new double chocolate Lindt Lindor truffles, like just the typical truffle that you see. The packaging is like burgundy. I shared it to the Sonder and Salt story, but I'll post it again by the time this episode goes up. And it's a milk and dark chocolate truffle with that like soft melty filling. So I think the casing is milk and then the middle is dark.
And it's nice.
Well, I didn't even get it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even get it, even though they're in the outlet center. The prices are not pricing.
Okay.
But I was just like, right.
What, for Christmas?
Just generally, like I don't like to buy. I'm not a chocolate person. I'm a white chocolate person. But I just thought, this is nice. But you know what I do want? You know how they have the Lindt, like the pick your own kind of things. Yeah. They've got a matcha one. Did you know?
Do you know what? I'm not really a chocolate person.
Oh, you're not. Yeah, you're not very sweet tooth. Yeah, my food highlight of the week kind of revolves around being at my parents and chilling.
Lovely. How cute.
This week,
yes,
it's not really a cute conversation. This week is not.
We're running this back.
We're running this back. So this week we are going to be sharing our controversial food opinions. 2023 edition.
Q1 2023 edition because we might do it again. Yeah.
Part 2 at least. If you haven't heard controversial food opinions part 1, that is season 1 episode 6. So just scroll back through episodes and you can see that one there. That I think is the one that Melissa wrote up in the Observer thing.
She was onto us for that episode, and she was onto us about the all-purpose seasoning. That one really.
Yeah. That episode, if you haven't listened
Yeah.
to, is episode 5, which is salt and the curse of all-purpose seasoning. So if you're new around here, which you might be, those are 2 great episodes to jump back into to pick up where we left off with what we're saying now. So what you got? What have you got, Malika?
Right. I've been thinking about this for a long time. And as you guys know, don't know if you didn't know, I am Jamaican. If you didn't know. And something,
wow!
Yeah, if you didn't know, I know it's a shock,
It's a shock.
Yeah. One thing that really gets me going, it really grinds my gears, is when people don't know the difference between mutton and goat meat. And when they serve me curry mutton and label it curry goat.
Yes.
Goat meat comes from goats. Mutton comes from sheeps. It is lamb, old lamb, essentially. That is what it is. It's an old lamb. And therefore, it tastes different. It has a different smell. It has a different flavour. And when it's curried, it tastes similar, but it's not the same. They are not the same. They are not the same. That is it. They're not the same. And I really get tired when people, we've got curry goat going. And I can taste the old sheep. I can taste that. I can taste it. Do you know what I mean? I personally...
I can taste the old sheep.
I can taste the old sheep. I personally prefer goat meat. On Twitter recently, some people were saying they prefer the taste of mutton. Goat sometimes is too goaty.
Yeah.
If you've
it's got more of a red meat flavour.
I prefer the taste of goat, but not when it's too old. So, or if it's not ram goat. If you've ever gone to like a funeral in Jamaica, if you've ever had manish water, I think that's a conversation for another day.
That is.
Which is a goat's head soup. And it's typically made with ram goat. And for a funeral, they'll kill the goat.
Yeah.
They'll make manish water for when you come from the service, and then they will curry the rest of the goat.
Yep.
That has a very, very pungent flavour. I love manish water, but curry goat with ram goat is not really my thing. However, whatever goat meat they're selling up at Eddie's Meat Market, fantastic. I love that.
Shout out to Eddie.
Eddie's Meat Market in Edmonton, 4th Street. I really like that. And I prefer curry goat to curry mutton.
Right.
Right.
I cannot disagree with you.
Yeah.
I can't say I would know the difference between what goat, ram, and which gender goat I'm eating.
Trust me, you can. If I cooked all 3 for you.
Like, don't get me wrong, I can probably tell the difference, and I can tell they're different things. But off the top of my head, upon reflection, I can't be like, oh yeah, I ate that day.
Oh, okay.
But there's definitely, you just brought back some other traumatic memories of the goats arriving at my house in Jamaica, and the goats didn't leave.
Yeah.
There was definitely one funeral where I watched the goat get humanely slaughtered, hung, drawn and slaughtered.
They look after them as best as possible. But I remember we went to, I can't remember, I think it was my dad's cousins, and he had a goat for us. And we got there, the goat was smiling at me, he was so happy. And then they killed him, and I could hear him crying.
You could hear him crying,
I didn't eat curry goat for about 2 years.
Oh no, I ate curry goat that day.
Seriously, I didn't eat it. I cried. I couldn't.
You know what it is? I had to disconnect myself. So, but with my granddad's funeral, I knew the goat was arriving. A goat was hung out in the back of the house, and the funeral was coming back to the house.
Yeah.
So we've gone, and obviously while we've been gone, the butchery and everything. So I heard it die. I watched it hang.
Yeah.
But then it becoming my dinner, I didn't see that happen.
Okay.
Whereas one time we were in Jamaica, and my aunt just pulled out an entire chicken from the freezer.
With the feathers on it?
No, boiled. Like, you know when you buy a rubber chicken?
Yeah.
A rubber chicken. The entire chicken from the freezer. Because she has dogs, she'll then remove the bits that she doesn't want.
Yeah.
Obviously, but you can just freeze the whole thing because you are going to use the whole thing today. Like, the dogs are going to eat what you're not going to eat kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I was just like, right, we're in Jamaica. Right, yep.
Yeah, I'm home.
We're home. This is Jamaica. But I like curry goat. I like curry mutton. I probably do prefer curry goat. The thing, my beef with curry goat, my beef with any like chopped meat situation is when the meat has been chopped but the bone is splintered.
Well, that's a bad butcher. I know what you mean.
Yeah, when the bone is splintered, in whichever, wherever you're gonna serve me.
Yeah.
Please.
It needs to be a clean cut.
Clean.
Yeah. These noises. No, it needs to be a clean cut.
Yeah. My friend had that issue when she moved to a less ethnic area.
Yeah.
because the Asian butchers, meow,
Yeah.
but the non-Asian butchers chop.
Yeah.
So the British butchers.
Yeah, that's why they have such chunky bits of oxtail.
Yeah, of
and
massive
stuff.
oxtail. So
Yeah.
it was oxtail, and she said, "Oh, never again, never again." The bone was all split, and then I had to take an axe to it in the kitchen just to get it down. So there's definitely a difference, but please just don't splinter the bone.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. But like I said, curry mutton and curry goat are not the same. And if you've got mutton meat, you have to be careful. I don't know if they still do it now, but definitely when I was growing up, some butchers would sell mutton because it was cheaper, and goat wasn't as popular.
Right.
I think goat meat, as you know, the ethnic minority proportions have increased in the UK. I think they're probably slinging more goat meat.
Yeah.
So they're shifting a bit more. But yeah, they used to sell you mutton as goat meat, and you could taste the difference. It's different. Don't give me no curry mutton and tell me it's curry goat, because I'll send it back. What's yours?
Okay, my first one is around fast food. This might get a couple people triggered.
Okay.
I don't care.
Fast food.
Waffles,
Yeah.
prawns, macaroni cheese, and deep fried Oreos should not be in the same box.
Sometimes they're not even deep fried, they're crumbled on top.
Whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The trap house people them.
Yeah.
That food in the polystyrene box. In fact, don't serve me food in no polystyrene box.
But it's a takeaway. Some of them are takeaways. They don't serve them in a polystyrene box in a restaurant, do they?
I don't know.
So when you want a takeaway, you want it in a glass container?
Yeah.
Get out.
No, but as in I want like either the foil based one with the like paper lid, like you'd get old school Chinese style.
Yeah.
Or the like plastic container with the plastic lid. I don't want a yellow polystyrene.
Do you know what? I don't
box,
mind the
wrap up in cling film.
I don't mind it. When I was getting my Jamaican bits and bobs, and it's because the other day, I'm not gonna say who, but they used to serve me food in a polystyrene box.
You can say who. You put it on Twitter. I saw it.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Brown Eagle. Yeah, the portion size has reduced dramatically and the price has increased, and I get it. We're in an economic crisis. Food inflation is at an all-time high,
right?
But not at my expense. I'm sorry. So I can never order it again.
Okay. Have you ever ordered the waffles lobster? Have you ever done the whole tar drop trap kitchen-esque type thing?
I've never done one of the ones where you're just kind of
parked up.
Yeah, I've actually never done it. I did at one point. I think it was Patwa Food. Back in the day, I think she might still be big on Instagram. I don't know. Her food did look good, and I wanted to try it, but the whole pre-ordering my food in advance thing, can't be bothered with it. It's just the supply chain of that doesn't really, do you know what I mean?
Doesn't suit me.
I had intentions and I just never went through with it. I have been to Trap Kitchen. No point pretending that we don't know there's a restaurant that does it. I have been to Trap Kitchen. I went to the one in South London, and separately it's fine. But the sweet chili lobster tail with the bang bang shrimp, and then the waffle with the Oreo crumbled on top on the side, I just don't get it.
In one box.
It could be separate. I think I'd rather have that with ice cream. My friend, she loves it. I don't know why.
Do they eat it together?
Some people do. Or she will have all the savoury bits and then straight after have the sweet part. But for me, especially because I'm not a dessert person, it throws me off. However, having said that, I am a big person of having like egg, sausage, fruit, pancakes, cereal.
Yeah, no, that's different. That's in your house.
Is it because there's no seafood on it?
Number one, there's no seafood on it. Number two, I'm not eating it in my car. Number three, it's not in a polystyrene box. Number four, the cutlery is not plastic. Like, there's just a lot about this concept.
Experience.
It's the whole experience. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
And I really do see how it's come from. Like, I feel like it was bigger in America before it's bigger here. It was sensationalized online that a lot of people were doing this, because this is my biggest gripe of all gripes in the whole entire world.
Okay.
The food safety and standards that we have here are different to those in America, and ours are better, ours are safer.
Yeah.
So I think our model, or the UK people who kind of started setting up these kitchens, were copying what they could see was being done over there without actually checking that they should be doing it here.
But do you think having a prawn and lobster alongside a waffle is a health and safety food violation?
No. I'm not saying it's a health and safety food violation, but I'm saying it's the quantity of them. Like, there was a massive BBC Panorama campaign in
people
the
just doing it
pandemic
in their kitchen.
about people just popping up food vendors, and then you run out to a car and give it to the people, then wrapped up, reheated at what no temperature.
Yeah.
Because that concept of like, okay, so you're serving me food in this box. How are we guaranteeing the temperatures of the food in this box if you're serving me dessert, seafood, macaroni, cheese? I know they weren't cooked together. So they've been heated up individually and then put in this box and then wrapped up and then given to me.
To be honest, it was never really my concern. I think I'm more concerned about the meal, like the actual
everything
meal.
everything about it.
Yeah.
But that kind of yellow box meal, I can't.
I don't mind a yellow box meal. You see that when you box food, I don't mind a box food. And when I go to Jamaica and I have a nice polystyrene box full of fresh fried chicken.
That's different.
How is it different? It's box food.
Number one, the boxes are white there.
They are actually, aren't they?
The boxes in Jamaica are white.
They are white.
And the cups that the managed water come in as well. The polystyrene,
they are white.
They're white.
With the plastic lids.
Very different.
Yeah.
Okay? And the peanut porridge.
Yes.
But
Yeah, they are white.
I don't know. Maybe it's just it's a controversial food opinion.
Yeah, fair enough.
Controversial.
I don't think they need to be on the same plate. I think they're tired and they need to go. However, some people love them, and if you love it, I like it. If you like it, I love it. Whatever. Do you know what I mean? Personally, it's not a bit of me. I don't get it. I don't see why there needs to be a waffle with crumbled Oreo next to a lobster tail. And I've already spoken on how I feel about lobster tails that are sitting inside the shell. I just think it's a nonsense.
What you got next then?
Right, so this is probably something that I'm blaming social media for this one. I'm blaming some of these plant-based vegan influencers, fruit influencers, etc. It is. There's a lady on Twitter that is a fruit influencer or something like that. Dragon fruit it's the most nonsense fruit going. It's pretty for nothing. It's pure vibes. It's like the height of food aesthetic.
So it's like a pink bulb with kind of these like layered pink petal leaves, like as an exterior, pretty. Very pretty. And inside, when you slice it open, it's a white flesh.
Yes, with black seeds.
Black seeds.
Yes.
Okay.
So you've got that like pink purple exterior.
Yep.
Then it's white, like stark white.
It is beautiful.
It's very beautiful, but it tastes like niche. It tastes like nothing. I remember when I bought one, I thought, ooh, I could imagine all these amazing flavours in my brain, and I love mangoes. So the
flavours are melting on my tongue.
Literally, that's what I thought, and it tasted like nothing. And I see people on the internet opening dragon fruits and talking about dragon fruit this, dragon fruit that, dragon fruit sorbet would taste like ice. Do you know what I mean? Like it would taste like literally.
So are we sure that you didn't get like an unripe one or whatever?
I've had people talking about it, and even they said it tastes like nothing.
I'm quickly looking up the health benefits of a dragon fruit. Maybe that's what the health. What do you call them? Fruitfluencers. The fruitfluencers are saying. Apparently, the health benefits of dragon fruit are antioxidants, keeps the kidney clean, builds strong bones, high fiber, rich in vitamin A, good for your skin, soothes your nerves. Oh yeah, so this one I knew cures constipation. Because maybe you're right. I saw a fruitfluencer on TikTok recently saying that there's a yellow dragon fruit. So same structure of fruit, like this kind of weird little petal look about it. And she said that this is the seeds, the black seeds. You're really screwing up your face.
Because I'm reading people talk about the flavour of it, and I mean maybe I could get a dog,
Okay, wait.
I'll let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, go on.
Apparently, it's the seeds that are a natural laxative. You shared that about aubergine as well, didn't you? So maybe it's the seeds in the aubergine, because aubergine do actually have like those minuscule seeds. Apparently, it protects the heart and is rich in vitamin C. But go on. What's it
saying? So apparently, according to the internet, it's beautifully sweet. That's a lie. And similar in texture to kiwi flesh. Somewhat akin to a mashup of kiwi, a pear, and a watermelon. Translation: very delicious. However, I've scrolled further and it said underripe dragon fruit, on the other hand, is basically flavourless. So maybe the dragon fruits that I tried, because I tried on more than one occasion, because we are in the UK and they will pick fruit early so that it can ripen on the journey. Maybe it didn't have much flavour. However, and then actually maybe the other people that I'm, kind of complaining with and rubbing shoulders with, they're having
in your little echo chamber.
Yeah, but
where is it from? Where is it best?
South America, I believe.
Oh.
But I think the reality of it is, even if it tastes good at a point in time, for how it looks, the flavour is not anymore. Not there. Yeah.
To be honest, even so, what did you say it's supposed to be? A mash between a watermelon, a pear, and
that's
kiwi.
The flavour that's been described.
Because even those three are not very strong in flavour.
It's alright. It says also known as pitaya, or strawberry pear, oval shaped, vibrantly coloured tropical fruit, sweet and creamy yet crunchy flesh, can be scooped and snacked on. native to Central America, but now ripe dragon fruit is grown, harvested, and enjoyed worldwide. So
They're lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's overhyped.
I agree with you.
And I think it's aesthetics. That's why I think people actually have it more than anything. I mean, mango is there. Mango is better.
It is. Mango can be a struggle though. Like, especially the range of mangoes. I feel like me and you can love mango to the point of doing a whole episode on it. The different types of mangoes have different flavors and different different experiences. I like. This is probably gonna annoy you.
Go on.
The only mangoes that I like are the ones with the hairs that get stuck in your teeth.
Oh God, I can't stand
you
that.
See, I knew it.
That literally makes me sick.
I knew it.
That's why I don't eat mango off the seed.
That's the thing. That's my favorite thing. No. My favorite thing, back to Jamaica, is literally give me a mango and give me a knife. That's it.
Yeah.
Peel back the skin and I'll just eat it off the mango.
I'm cutting it off the seed.
I will suck that seed. I will literally drag. The hairs.
I've got too much PTSD of like when I'd be out and I'd have mango and it'd get stuck and then I'd be spending my whole evening focused on the hairs.
I know.
Until I could get floss to get it out. Don't like that.
I love
Marks
it.
and Spencer's.
Oh God, please.
Mango. Love it.
In this economic crisis.
I'm not buying it. But I do like Marks and Spencer's pre-cut mango. Yeah. Okay. And I think their mangoes come from like South Africa at some point of the year. Can't remember, but love them.
My I have a fruit one.
Okay.
Papaya.
Yeah.
Tastes of dirt.
No. No, it doesn't.
Papaya tastes of actual soil. Papaya and beetroot taste the same, and they taste of dirt and soil. And I've eaten papaya at all seasons from every country in the world because my dad is a papaya addict. My dad will eat probably about 4 papayas a week.
So he likes bananas. He likes papaya.
Any fruit. I've told you, there's not a fruit on this planet that man hasn't forced us to eat.
The matoke.
The matoke. Yeah. So he will have papaya like probably every day, most days.
Really?
Yeah. So there's not a season that you can't tell me that, oh, maybe the one you tried. I've tried them all.
Yeah.
Okay? I've been forced to eat them all. And they're horrible.
And I wouldn't say they taste like dirt. Oh. It's not my top fruit. Sometimes what it used to taste like to me is almost like vomit. As if I'd like heaved in my mouth.
Awful.
But I think it depends on.
And it smells funny.
It does smell funny. It smells funny.
Yeah, it
smells like when a baby's been sick.
Yeah, because you know what it is? There's 3 food smells that I actually cannot stand. One is the inside of a pumpkin. I don't know what it is, but when you open up a squash or like a pumpkin, there's like a smell. So, and when you like scrape out the seeds, there's a smell that comes about that can literally make me heave. Cannot stand it.
Okay.
Second smell is the burnt rice pot. If the rice pot is burnt, it's like it activates when you run the water into the pot.
The steam.
That smell.
Out. Yeah.
Oh my God! Literally, I just want it. I just can't. And I think that's why it took me so long to cook rice, because the first few times rice pot got burnt, and I was like, forget it. Never mind. Never mind. I can't keep going through this. And papaya, it has that smell.
It has a sickly smell.
And I think it has that pumpkin. Something about those seeds as well. They're just so round.
Yeah, they're like perfectly round. They look like little eggs.
Yes.
Yeah.
They look like little eggs. And they're like gooey and they're little slime. And I think papaya is disgusting.
I don't say I agree or disagree. It's not my favourite fruit. When it's mixed up, when it's like in a juice or if it's like mixed up into something in a small quantity, I don't mind it. But it's one thing I just kind of used to avoid when I was younger. My dad likes papaya as well. Papaya.
Paw.
Yeah. I just don't like that.
It's probably not as controversial as papaya. I feel like people have a love for papaya. But melon.
What?
Gotta go.
What melon?
All
Which
of
one?
them. All of them.
Watermelon, honeydew.
Watermelon's the only one I can stay.
So what about honeydew?
Gotta go.
Gala?
Got to go.
I love melon, but it has to be sweet. It has to be ripe. Like you see in the summer when it's like actual melon season.
Yeah.
I love that.
And you know what? That drives me insane, because melon is usually in like fruit boxes, like fruit salads or fruit boxes. Second I see a melon in there, what am I buying it for? The things just pack up a melon.
They do use it as a filler.
Oh my gosh.
But I do like a good honeydew melon or like gala.
I don't know the differences because I hate them all equally.
Oh no,
I know there's one that's like yellow, like shiny yellow like a pumpkin. I know there's one that's like crackled, looks like a dinosaur egg.
Yeah, so that's the honeydew.
Okay, I don't like that one.
The honeydew melon. I think.
Really don't like that one. And the one
melon.
The one that the flesh itself is green.
No, the Galia melon is the one that's crackled.
The dinosaur egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Yeah, honeydew melon I think is fantastic.
The big yellow one.
They kind of looks like Yeah, the yellow one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. Cantaloupe is good too.
Oh, cantaloupe is the one that is green on the outside.
Yeah, and orange flesh.
Yeah, gotta go.
Are you serious? I love melon.
No, it's I know that's not controversial, but I'm just
Okay,
platforming myself here.
right.
What you got?
Right. So my next one is how controversial is this? People that put food into the fridge, like in pots or uncovered. I think it's madness when you cook something and you just put the whole pot into the fridge. Why don't you just put it into a container? Why just a plastic container? Me personally, I love a bit of glass, but I understand that they're not cheap. But when you I am not gonna eat when I see somebody put food into the fridge and it's a pot full of food. I'm not gonna eat that food. I'm not gonna touch it. I just think it's bad practice.
Yeah, health and safety. Right?
Yeah, it's really not a good habit to have, especially like food in the fridge that is uncovered. The elements are all over it. It's just I can't eat that, and I don't get it. I just think it's laziness. It doesn't take anything to just decant the food into something and then wrap it with cling film, or better yet, just invest in a couple of containers and do it like that. Don't cook too much that you're forced to put the whole pot into the fridge. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I agree with you. I agree with you, and I think it's going to be controversial because people are going to say, like, they cook bulk.
Yeah.
And that the cooking of, like, there's no container that is going to be the size of what they had to make, kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe. Or you could just go and get some cheap ones. Do you know what I mean? The thing is, with the cheap plastic containers, they let air in.
Yeah.
So the food won't stay as fresh for as long. But I still think that that's better than leaving a pot full of food in the fridge and it is literally dying in the fridge. Like, it is decaying in the fridge because the air is getting to it and there's spores growing.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
One thing I really do not agree or believe in is when food is uncovered in the fridge, because fridge food, like, things can taste the fridge.
Yeah, it tastes like fridge.
Like, things get stained by the actual taste of fridge, and things that are uncovered in the fridge can stain other things.
Yeah.
So, like, don't get me wrong, I've done this before, whereby when you use your crisper drawer, if I've got like half an onion or something, like if it's veg and it's veg, I'll put it back in the drawer.
Yeah.
But then say something else is open. Once that onion is cut and is in that drawer,
yeah, that's it.
Everything is now an onion.
Yeah.
The carrots are onion.
Chocolate cake tasted like onion. No, thank you.
Everything is an onion. So now I just have a food bag that I always have that I just put the onion in rather than having to wrap it every time. So at least it's separate.
Yeah.
But 100% things end up tasting in the fridge, and other foods can stain other foods in the fridge. And also, I feel like once you put a vessel that big in the fridge, especially if you're putting
vessel,
it is like these massive pots. The way that they are sitting in the fridge is 100% disrupting how cold the fridge can get.
Yeah, that's like, it's like when you put food, when they say you should let your food cool
down
before you
first,
put it in. It's because 100%. It's not because the food becomes all poisonous, it's because you're disrupting the temperature of the fridge.
Yeah, the fridge and the food. If you cool the food too rapidly, that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But I really, really do believe, even when I have stuff in the fridge that's blocking the light, I'm like, the functionality of this fridge is being affected. I'm like, the fridge cannot be cold enough properly. Opening the fridge too much as well. These are not good practices. But yeah, I think the big families might have something to say to you about that one, Malika, because people do.
I know a lot of people my age that do it. I've got a couple of friends. I've seen them do it. I've told them about it. I've seen them do it, and I've seen a lot of guys do it as well. It's laziness. Yeah, they cook and then they'll just be pulling food from that pot for the next few days, and I'm just like, that rice is turning. That rice is turning, and rice is actually
very dangerous.
The biggest culprit of food poisoning. Yeah, spores start to grow very quickly in rice, so you have to be super careful.
One thing that I've seen done, and I was like, suddenly I'm not very hungry, is when I've seen a pot be pulled out of the fridge and then the whole pot be reheated.
Really?
But it's still not finished.
And then it's just being reheated and reheated and reheated.
Well, I don't know how many, I only saw it get reheated once, but the fact that it wasn't the first time made me think, like, the pot was not full, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, right.
Yeah, yes.
It's been reheated today. Has the bottom of this pot been reheated before? I was like, I'm actually not very hungry.
Yeah.
I'm actually fine.
Yeah, also sometimes, I don't think people always care for their fridge. I don't think people always understand that the fridge is for safety. That like the invention of a fridge was for food
and for preservation.
Safety. Yeah, food safety and preservation. So you have to look after your fridge. That also means cleaning your fridge.
Yes.
And if there is a scent coming from the fridge,
don't just keep closing the
fridge. Do you know, it might be best you give it a clean and also think about some of your practices, like not leaving food exposed in the fridge, decaying food in the fridge as well, vegetables that are like literally melting in the bottom of the fridge, all of that kind of stuff.
It happens.
It does happen. So when you're putting food in the fridge uncovered, you're doing too much now. Do you know what I mean? I just think it needs to stop. It just needs to stop.
I agree with you, and I would say one more thing on this is see, the thing is, I get it, but I don't get it.
What's that?
Just the food being left out, like
the side.
Yeah, just like it just being left, so it's not in the fridge.
You, like overnight?
Or like, I've left it in the oven. I was in the oven for you. Like, I left it in the oven.
But that's if the person's gonna come back and eat it today.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't.
Oh well, I mean that's a risk. Before you go to bed, you just put it away
in the fridge. Yeah.
I don't leave food overnight in my microwave. I'll leave it there. Like if I've cooked breakfast.
If I'm not trying to clear the spaces, I'm like, I just got to put it. It's got to go somewhere, but it's not going anywhere else.
It has to be being eaten literally today, like in the next few hours or something like that. So interesting. We're agreeing a lot on this one.
I know. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to agree on the next one. Actually, we might, because you're not a very sweet person. Nutella is not nice.
I don't agree. Sorry. That lasted long. Don't agree. Sorry.
Nutella is not nice.
No, Nutella is nice, but it's not healthy. They positioned it as something healthy.
Some kind of breakfast spread.
Yeah, it's not healthy. It's not healthy, but
so Nutella/Nutella. Apparently, Nutella is actually the way you're supposed to say it. Is a chocolate and hazelnut spread. I fell out of love with Nutella a while ago, maybe when I started baking, maybe even before that, when I realised that it was, the company that uses palm oil, non-sustainable palm oil, should I say.
Okay.
Refined, unsustainable palm oil, because palm oil is red and Nutella is evidently not. And I just like, oh, right, whatever. But I've actually tried it in recent years. Like, we use it at work a lot, and I was like, it's just dry.
No.
Like, such a dry
Absolutely
spread.
not.
And when you put it on toast or like on something else, it's not giving.
Do you know why I'm just struggling to
defend it?
Because it's not even that I'm defending it, but I just find it a bit funny that you don't like Nutella, but you like Biscoff spread. Biscoff spread is dry.
Are you mad?
It is dry.
Are you crazy?
It is dry. I'm not saying it doesn't taste good, but Nutella at least has the oil. Biscoff spread is dry.
But it doesn't. It's just like it's like as it's going through my mouth, it's like hazelnut.
Oh wait, okay.
It's like hazelnut and cocoa powder.
It can be a bit thick.
It's like eating a ball of cotton wool.
No. Biscoff spread is dry.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Biscoff spread is dry, but I do like Nutella. I love the flavour of Nutella. I like Nutella. Yeah. I don't eat it as much as I used to, because I used to eat Nutella like crazy. On toast, when I had to give up toast temporarily because of the gluten, there was nothing for me to put Nutella on. But Nutella on like toast, I even kick it up a notch and add it on some salted butter and then the Nutella on top.
Oh yeah, that's the thing as well. Yeah. Nutella is not a butter replacement. If you're using it, you need butter.
You do. It just adds something. Yeah. Je ne sais quoi. But no, I like Nutella. I just don't eat it as much as I used to when I was younger.
No, I cannot get with Nutella.
But I can't take Nutella out and replace it with Biscoff spread.
Okay. Yeah. No one asked you to. How about that?
Well, I'm talking about you.
Well, no, we're not talking about me. We're talking
about your opinion.
We're talking about the general consensus on what's best for the people of this planet and podcast. Nutella's gotta go.
Really?
And you know what it is as well? Because I stopped using Nutella as a product like for my produce. I would put Nutella so that people would like order it because that's the flavour that they're familiar with. But I would just make hazelnut chocolate ganache, and I would use that instead.
Right. So you send us streams.
Yeah. Because chocolate and hazelnut as a flavour profile is good. Like Ferrero Rocher.
I was gonna say Ferrero Rocher.
That's good. But
I don't like Ferrero Rocher though, you know.
Right. So it's you're the problem.
No, because as a whole, all the nuts I used to like just eat the middle. I think it is, which is the hazelnut.
The hazelnut.
Yeah. But you see like the outside,
the crusty nut crust.
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Yeah, you're wrong for that still.
Okay.
The flavour profile is excellent. The product is not.
Right. I like Nutella. I haven't had it in a long time, so I don't know if the quality has declined. But back in the day, I did enjoy it. I did see a reel the other day. It was a West African content creator, and she was talking about palm oil, which was really interesting. Yeah, and she was just talking about how they obviously use a lot of palm oil in Nigeria, and just why there is so much stigma around palm oil.
Yeah.
But it's the companies that are manufacturing it at mass scale,
100%.
and I think it affects orangutans and
Yep.
that kind of stuff.
On my first podcast iteration, if you've been here a while, Table for Two, actually, when I did an episode with Lope, Lope Ario, she has a cookbook called Hibiscus, and she used to do a supper club. She's had her hands in various pots, but we were specifically talking about products of West Africa, and we were talking about the palm oil production, and we were also talking about the cola nut?
Okay, yeah.
And how basically, the commercialization of two like brands, Coca-Cola being obviously the biggest one, and then things like Nutella.
They use the cola nut in.
Yes, but no. So we're just basically talking about how the commercialization of certain brands has made the process of producing these things just go off the rails.
Yeah.
Like palm oil, literally like, all right, we've got to clear this field.
Yeah.
Because we need cola nuts over there. We need palm oil over here. But
it's so destructive.
So destructive.
Yeah.
But the more popular that things like Nutella become. Maybe we could do an episode on palm oil, because I think it's a very interesting conversation, and people probably don't realize how many places it crops up.
Yeah.
And that it's not bad. Like, actual palm oil has a time and a place within the cooking. Like I said, it's red. Nutella is not red. So as soon as you find that, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. But Nutella, gotta go.
In terms of the ethics, I hear you. In terms of the flavour, I don't hear you, but I don't really buy Nutella, so it's kind of neither here nor there to me, but I do think it tastes good.
Fine. Have you got any others?
Right.
That was 3 for 3, but I feel like you've got on the tip of your tongue.
I've got one more.
Go on.
Coarse black pepper is different from cracked black pepper, and if you're cooking with coarse black pepper, I don't know, do you know what I mean? When I see recipes and there's like these big fat pepper chunks going in, I hate coarse black pepper. I cannot stand it. I think it's
it.
Coarse black pepper? Are you joking?
I think I like it.
Are you serious?
I think so.
I can't stand it. I think it's horrible.
Like cacio e pepe pepper.
No, because you make cacio e pepe pepper pasta
with
cracked black pepper.
Like fresh.
Yes. So cracked black pepper is different from
because it's irregular.
Yes.
So some bits are chunky.
No, this is the thing, Harley. Cracked black pepper is different from just coarse black pepper. Coarse black pepper, you buy it in the supermarket. It's already pre-ground, basically, and it's pretty uniform. The pepper speckles, and it's just chunky. And because it's already been cracked, it doesn't really taste like much to me. It loses a lot of the essence and the flavour.
Oh!
Yes. Cracked black pepper, you do in the moment, generally. You either use a pestle and mortar
I've Googled. I see what you're saying.
You use a grinder to crack the black pepper.
So coarse black pepper is chunky, but it's uniform.
Yes.
Yeah, I see what you mean now.
It's cracked mechanically, basically.
Yes.
And because it's cracked in advance, it starts to lose its essence quite quickly through the supply chain. And by the time it gets to you, all it adds is heat, but not much flavour. And the flavour of black pepper is actually quite nice. It's more than just the heat.
This is the one I recognise. Oh, it's taking me to Amazon. This Costco.
Kirkland.
This Costco one. I don't think you've had it. So I like chunky black pepper when it's called for, aka cacio e pepe style stuff. And you know what else I like? I like whole peppercorns in dishes sometimes.
Really?
Like if it's supposed to be. So there's like you know what? There's sauce. Well, yeah, but I don't eat steak. I don't eat that kind of thing. Sorry. But I've had stuff like that where whole black peppercorns are in it, and I like that. Or like there's like a shrimp. What am I saying shrimp for? There's a prawn dish at the Portuguese place that I said we need to go to.
Yeah.
And it's like a gambas picante type thing, and it's got whole peppercorns in it.
And you actually chew on them?
Yeah, but they're not black peppercorns, they're like red peppercorns and stuff.
So it's like mixed peppercorns?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
pink peppercorns?
Yeah, but it's up to you.
They're like, quite fragrant.
They're there.
Yeah.
So like if I'm eating the thing and I can get like a bit of the bread, a bit of the oil, a bit of the prawn, and I pick up a peppercorn, I'm not gonna like find it in my mouth and to take it out. Okay. Whereas if I found a pimento seed, I need to take it out.
Pimento seed is
I need to take it
out.
They're
a bit chunkier than peppercorns.
I would say that I'm surprised that your beef was with coarse black pepper because my beef is with ground black pepper.
Absolutely love it. You see when I'm seasoning food, I like ground
dusty black pepper. You know, like calf black pepper.
No, that's different. So when I say like ground black pepper, I buy peppercorns.
No.
And I put them in a grinder.
That's not what I mean.
I grind them like
We're not
as
talking-
fine as possible.
No, I'm talking about
I know
the
the way you're
dusty
talking
one.
about. But again, I just think when it
I'm
comes
talking
to
about like this one. The one that is fine grey dust. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I think like when it comes to peppercorns,
I don't want to see that.
when it comes, you're better off just buying them whole.
Yeah.
I think when they're mechanically ground,
In
either
any way.
coarse or fine.
Fine, yeah.
It's a nonsense. And part of the problem is the seed is broken up. So the essence of the peppercorn starts to get lost because spices don't really go off. They just lose potency over time. So you're better off buying whole peppercorns. Like I'll buy the the mixed peppercorn seeds from Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
And every so often I will grind some.
them.
And then I'll use that but I leave the whole peppercorns if I don't need them.
Yeah.
For now.
I have two.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I don't like my sound effects. I've got two crunchy crunchies.
Yeah.
One is just black peppercorns and one is mixed peppercorns. And then I don't think I own the dusty kind of black pepper.
I don't buy it, but I will grind up peppercorns.
What is the use of dusty black pepper?
For me, seasoning.
Right, where you want it to be uniform and even.
And when I just want, like if I'm making curry goat, I don't want to see these big black speckles of black pepper. I want my gravy to be smooth. I want it to have a nice, that texture, consistency. So grind, like for me for seasoning, that's when I use it. But like to finish off a pasta or something, I definitely want it like cracked, chunky, fresh, just not the mechanically cracked stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want that.
It's funny you should say that because I don't know if we got into this detail. I'm pretty sure we did on salt and the curse of all-purpose seasoning when we were talking about types of salt because again, the structure of the salt and the flavour of it is different, the potency of it. So I agree with you. Like when I'm seasoning, which is a weird thing to say, but it's true. If you're seasoning your cookie dough, you need to make sure you're using fine sea salt so that it's uniformly mixed. Even though your preference might be Malden and it might be your favourite salt, for the purpose of what you're doing, I get what you mean. That it has to be dusty, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
But I get it doesn't need to be that. See, they do that to actually.
When I go to the calf and I want to put pepper in my egg, and my beans, because I'd be like that, and I just see this dusty pepper, makes me sad.
Yeah, that is a next thing. I don't use that, but I will have my coffee grinder. I used to grind spices and I'll get it like I will grind it longer when I want to have a certain amount for seasoning.
Okay.
But if I'm grinding up seeds because I want to put it on top of pasta or to finish off a dish
on an egg
or anything anything like that. So like even when I grind up my ground mixed peppercorns, because it's using a coffee grinder, it can only go so fine. And so there's always
pretty fine though.
Yeah, but there's always bits of it that are more chunky than others. So when I'm like sprinkling it on my egg, I will like just get the little chunky bits, but then I will I might mix it up a little bit more if I'm trying to season something to get the finer parts of it. But yeah, you see coarse, do you know what? Coarse, fine, ground black pepper in general, forget it. Just get the peppercorns and grind it up. Invest in a coffee grinder if you can, or a pestle and mortar. Yeah, or just
a chitcher so that
it's true.
It grinds as you use it. That's what I have, and I just buy the one from Schwartz. So every now and then they break. So I like to just buy it and then refill it with whole peppercorns until the thing breaks.
Do you know a good place to get things like that from? Pound Stretcher.
Really?
Yeah, they've always got like some kind of X-Works stock.
Yeah,
down
to be honest,
there.
every retailer has one. Salter, the people who typically make scales, they have really nice grinders, which are for rock salt and whole peppercorns. But yeah, okay. I didn't expect you to have a big beef with that, but
I really do. It really upsets me.
Speaking of that coffee grinder for spices, I know this from secondhand experience. My mum's best friend who makes my garam masala, she does that in her coffee, and it's just for that. Yeah. Her grinder is just to make fresh garam masala.
Oh really? Yeah. I just use it for ground mixed peppercorns. And also pimento seeds.
Yes.
Yeah. Pimento seeds. That's another thing. I personally do not cook with whole pimento seeds. The only thing I will use whole pimento seeds for, because I actually don't like what the ground pimento seeds does to it, is akin saltfish. Because of the blackness, it can make my akin saltfish a bit darker. You have to be really careful.
Because hella black pepper as well.
But for everything else, I use ground pimento for like curry goat and stuff, and I think it gives it a deeper flavour. Stew chicken, curry chicken, everything.
Oh, obviously, because
I love it.
Deep, it's more evenly distributed.
Exactly,
it's everywhere.
But rice and peas, why are we still putting whole pimento seeds in rice and peas? I just think it's so unnecessary. So unnecessary. And when you bite into it, I hate it. I don't agree.
I just think that if you put a whole pimento seed in something, it has to be in something that you can take it out of.
In rice and peas, it's lost.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So I don't agree. But when I use it, I'll do it like for a baked chicken dish, where typically I'm gonna take the once the chicken is out, I'm taking the chicken out of the vessel. So what will be left
Why do you keep saying
behind?
vessel?
That's what they are. The Pyrex dish.
Yeah.
The pimento seeds will be left, like with
Yeah.
the onions or whatever. So then again, I could either strain that to make gravy out of it, or
Yeah.
leave it in, but then it's gravy. So it can always come back out.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, if I think it's a kidney bean or a gunga pea and it's a pimento seed,
that's the worst. Whole
gonna be
pimento
mad.
seeds with gunga peas. Oh my gosh, you're in trouble. Or curry goat and it's lodged inside a bone or the meat
A
somewhere.
cracked bone from
Yeah, you're in trouble. But yeah, that's my last one. What's your last one?
No, that was me. I'm done. I
Yeah.
feel like I had a bit to add there on the peppercorns.
Yeah.
But if you want more controversial opinions and you haven't listened to our past episode, there is unpopular opinions, and also there is guilty pleasures.
Yes.
So this is not to be confused with guilty pleasures. Okay, this is when we're sending for the people. Them guilty pleasures is when we're like,
This
yes,
is stuff that I love.
I love it. I love it.
Beside him. Yeah.
I love it. So we might actually weed up guilty pleasures again, but we'll put up a box on our stories and a poll on the Spotify version of this podcast. As always, share your controversial food opinions with us. We want to know.
Yes.
So we could probably rip you on air, but it's fine.
That's you, I mean.
People are wrong. People are wrong and strong out there, and that's what we're here
that
for.
don't like Nutella. But anyways, guys.
Thank you so much for listening,
Thanks, guys.
and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
What was that?
I don't know. It's different, isn't it?
Bye.